Hello everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Retail and our Alliance Shaman leveling. We are starting off in Fallhaven today, but we're going to head right down the road to a slight detour. Hope you guys are doing well today, and thank you for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I do appreciate it. Really loving the autumn aesthetic here in Drustvar. Kinda matches what's happening in the world around me where I live. We are getting our brilliant autumn colors that are gonna last for about a week, and then the wind's gonna blow them away and usher in winter. Because that's what happens here in Michigan. Get about a week of spring and you get about a week of autumn. And that's about it.
Drustvar stands firm.
Good, you were here. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to have an easy path to our destination. These Yetis are threatening the traders that travel along High Road Pass. They need to be dealt with. It would seem that the Guard have been lax in patrolling the High Road Pass. The mountain Yetis have taken advantage of their absence and now lie directly in our path. I am no soldier, Shaman, so I will need to ask that you take care of them while I try to sneak past. If we can drive them off the road, at least, it will make the pass safe again for travelers. And salvage rights. This poor trader was set upon by the Yeti. There's nothing we can do for him now, but we would be remiss to let his supplies be laid to waste by these brutes. See if you can find any supplies worth salvaging. You can use Bella as a pack horse.
A steady Bella, I'll need you to follow this one and carry the supplies they
I mean,
find.
usually we don't have any problems like shoving every single thing in the world into our bags, but this time we need a pack horse. Well, I'm not an expert, but these don't seem to be Yeti. If bones could talk, these skeletons appear to be rising out of the ancient ruins that dot the land here. Their bones are covered with what looks like runes, but time has worn away all but fragments of the markings. If you could find some of these runes intact, Lucille might be able to decipher them to find out where these skeletons came from, and why they are no longer at rest. Oh, that's really cool. The Yeti and the rune-covered skeletons are fighting each other. And I really like that. I want to see more of that in WoW. I like it when enemies in the world are not just all against you, like they are actually against each other sometimes, because that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't think the Yeti would be happy about a bunch of undead coming into their area. So it's really cool to see them going at it. Oh, there we go. We got our pristine rune. Let's head over this way and get what looks to be the last of the pack horse supplies.
Hail, traveler. Yeah! Ride to Arum's stand, Bella.
Let's see, if bones could talk, these markings, this is the language of the Drust. The magic of the coven must be disturbing their spirits, drawing them back into our world to fight us once more. This is unsettling, but it is another reason we must bring an end to Heartsbane. Our destination is that cottage up ahead. I know it doesn't look like much, but a great deal of history is hidden inside. First though, we'll need to deal with that massive yeti camped outside. I'd hate to ask it of you, but I'll need you to draw his attention so I can slip inside. Once you've taken care of him, I'll meet you within.
Keep your sails true.
This guy right here. Alright.
How can I help?
I'm glad to have such a capable shaman as my guardian. I would hate to be your enemy. I'm sure you're wondering why I've brought you here. Located somewhere inside this cottage is a hidden door. If we can find a way to access it, the answer to your questions and possibly our survival against the coven should lie beyond. Help me search for it.
Fair winds and following seas.
Alright.
I can't believe we're here. My father used to tell me stories about this place. It contains an ancient secret of our house, from back when the Warcraft first settled this land. We just need to find the entrance.
I want to give her time to do all of her roleplay. So we'll see if we'll search the unlikely ones, like it's probably not the boots. It's a pair of boots. What did you expect? So it's probably the wall sconce, if I had to guess, or the book. Surprisingly enough, the protruding book is not a secret lever. Upon closer inspection, the torch appears to be connected to some sort of mechanism built into the wall.
That's it. The way is opening. Greetings, Outlander.
What lies beyond are more ruins, much like those the Coven sought. However, these ruins served a different purpose, one that established the legacy of House Warcraft thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. Not just 8,000, not a couple hundred, thousands of years ago. At least it's not 10,000 years ago. Let us head inside and I will explain.
The Coven will pay for their atrocities. Long ago, when Kultiras was first settled, Our people encountered a savage group of warmongering barbarians. They called themselves the Drust. Drustvar was their ancestral home. It was from here that they launched endless raids into our fledgling hamlets. This carried on for countless years, until the ancestors of House Warcraft decided that something had to be done. Wait, what was that? Look out! I'm sorry, Mainlander. The Coven's magic must be disturbing the spirits of the ancient Drust. We'll have to be careful. My ancestors fought against stone constructs, much like these in their war against the Drust. The Waycrests have always been hearty folk, but the Drust's magic was strong. We were losing the war. In the end, it was our scholars that turned the tide. Wait! Look out! Oh, thank you, Mainlander. I thought that one had me for a moment.
I like that we're Mainlander instead of champion.
As I was saying, the tide of the war shifted when our scholars began to uncover weaknesses in the Drust's magic. They compiled what they learned into a treatise on weapons and tactics that could be used to defeat the barbarians. Armed with this knowledge, our men started driving the Drust back into their mountain holds. They kept that knowledge hidden here, safe from unwanted hands. It looks like some rubble blocks our path ahead. Can you clear the way? Wait. Something's not right. Mainlander, behind you! I've never seen a construct that big before. Are you all right? What am I saying? Of course you're all right. I can see it'll take more than a few stones to bring you down. Come along. The book should be in here. Here it is. The last resting place of the Order of Embers. Are you ready to revive ancient history? What is your business with House Warcraft?
Who would have thought that from this stuffy little chamber would rise some of the greatest warriors of House Warcraft history? Are you prepared to follow in their footsteps? The Order of Embers was the name given to those who took up arms against the Drust. Using the tools and methods uncovered by the scholars, they were able to counter the Drust magic and ensure our victory in the war. If the Coven wants to use the Drust magic against us, then we'll use the Order's weapons against them. The knowledge of the Order rests here, but without a hand to wield it, it will do us no good. You will be that hand, Shaman. Okay, we're going to revive the Order of Embers.
Glory to If you are prepared to follow the path of the Order, take up the book.
Reminds me of Dragon Age Inquisition.
Will grant you, as well as our forces, the edge needed to destroy the foul coven that plagues our land.
Can we read this book? Can we get any kind of information out of it? Did it even go into our inventory? I don't think that it did. I don't even think it's a real inventory item. That is pretty sad.
How can I help?
You do great honor to my family, Shaman. The most noble of Warcraft were once inquisitors of the Order. It is the Inquisition. This is exactly what it is. It is only fitting that it is you who takes up its mantle now. Let us continue to Arum's stand. It will take some time to parse the knowledge of the tome and train more inquisitors for our cause. If the Order's weapons are as effective against the coven as they were against the Drust, we may stand a chance of rescuing my family and restoring this land to its former glory. I will make my way there on foot until we meet again, Shaman.
A steady tiller prevails.
We have a
Thus is reborn the
talent
Order
point to
of
spend.
Embers. Now then, I believe we have some witches to kill. Our work here is done, Mainlander. I'll meet you at Arum's stand.
Alright, from here we're going to head down to the south and we'll check on the High Thorn Speaker. Eventually we will make our way a little bit further on, but we'll kind of tackle these in the order that we come to them. Alright, it's our druid buddy from before. We haven't seen this person in, like, human form yet. Strangely. Glad you can make it. Let me know when you're ready and I can take you to Ulfar. Okay, let's do that now. Ulfar can be a hard teacher, but he's fair. I feel like this quest is just about showing us how cool the druid forms are for the Cultirans. That's the biggest thing that I'm getting out of it.
The rhythm to life. Can you feel it?
What do you have here, Mainlander? Ah, I see. My students met with much stronger threats than we expected. Thank you for helping them.
Be wary of the woods.
Okay, well that was something. Are you druids? We are. We are guardians of the balance in nature, the keepers of the cycle. Life is a part of nature, as is death. You're a Drust. Wasn't there a war against them? Indeed I am. Not all my people agreed with the conflict. Have you never seen division amongst your own? We Thorn Speakers joined Cultiran society. Some of their descendants heard the call of the wilds and wished to learn the ancient ways, so we taught them. Okay. I am Ulfar, last of the Drust Thorn Speakers, and the teacher of these students. One day my task will be over. I will return to the earth, and a new High Thorn Speaker will rise to lead. as is the proper way of things. This guy doesn't seem to have any other quests for us, which is a little bit weird. It does seem like this was going to be, you know, a little hub for us to quest out of, but no, that is not the case. Our friend Arthur here is just going to hang out.
Good day to you.
And we will probably never hear from him again, sadly. And we literally just started to get to know him a little bit. As for what we're going to do next, well, we're going to try to find a way around this mountain. Which actually might prove impossible unless we head down to the road. So yeah, let's head down to the road. We do have a little quest over here, a piece of paper on the ground in a camp where somebody has been seemingly murdered. The Warcraft Guard is offering a reward for any hunter who can track down and eliminate the Rime Huntress from the vicinity of High Road Pass. Track her with caution, she is a ferocious beast and has been known to ambush even seasoned hunters. Yeah, she ambushed this guy and like eviscerated him, it looks like. So, that's fun. Yeah, let's totally go hunt her down. Let's take out these ads first. Well, we are going to be out of mana here in a minute. It's going to make this interesting. Maybe we can get just enough mana to get by here, though. I think we're going to be okay. There we go. That was a good fight. Alright, and yeah, I guess that's it for over here. Let's keep going. We're going to turn this one in down the road.
Ahoy!
So someone finally managed to track down that rhyme huntress. Now our traders can continue their routes to Tiergard without fear of the beast.
Focal Tirers.
Alright.
I know you're trying to help, but you must stop these adventures of yours. It's dangerous out there.
You don't understand, Marshal. The knowledge we've unearthed could be the key to saving my father from the coven.
I wish I had your faith, Lucy. But I think it'll take more than ancient legends to eliminate this threat.
Drustvar stands firm.
I'm glad you made it. We'll need to get started right away if we want to use the knowledge in this tome to fight the coven. While I appreciate the dedication that went into compiling this tome, this thing reads like an engineering instructions for a siege engine. I'll need some time to comb through this information for anything that might be useful to us. I wouldn't mind some assistance if you have a moment. For starters, I could use more light in here.
Fair winds and following
We are
Strand.
being a good
It
secretary
says
now.
here that the Order
We are doing it
use
right.
special weapons against
Light
the Trust
the
to
candles.
counter their dark magic. If my theory is correct, then whatever they used could also disrupt the Coven's magic. Let me see if there is something here we can try.
As we sit down and refuse to do our job. It's really great because, like, doing the BFA stuff after Exile's Reach, it actually fits so perfectly. Because BFA just tends to, like, it just negates your character's entire history, essentially. Like, let's say you had a character that you played since vanilla, which, you know, some people do. This kind of, like, just kind of, you know, forgets about all that stuff. Sometimes it references it, but then the kinds of things that you find yourself doing are very suitable to someone who's only been on a couple of adventures. And I kind of like that. I feel like that's good, especially for, like, it's good for new players, right? It does help to have, like, some of your history as a character validated, but in a world where they don't know if it's, like, a new character or a character that's been around for a long time, it makes it kind of hard to appease both camps.
Much better. Could you do me a favor and jot this down?
Oh, of course.
My notebook is here somewhere. Okay. Rowanwood? No, that doesn't grow around here. Alchemical fire? Oh, if only Master Ashton were here. He would have a field day. I need you to find my sewing kit. It should be somewhere in my bag over there. The tome mentions that the inquisitors of old would use weapons of silver to disrupt the magic of the Drust. If the coven wields similar magic, they may be vulnerable to silver as well.
Where can I get a backpack just like this? That's what we need.
Hail, traveler.
Lucille produces a long sewing needle from the kit. You look confused, let me explain. I have reason to believe that the Coven has already infiltrated Arum's stand. There are many unfamiliar faces here with the refugees from Corlane, and we know they can use their magic to appear like one of us. This needle is fashioned of solid silver. If the witches are indeed vulnerable to silver, then a prick from this may be enough to break their spell. The refugees may not be so keen on being prodded, but they must understand that this is for the good of the town, and perhaps all of Drustvar.
Keep your sails true.
So we're gonna go poke people.
Marshal,
Sounds
we
good.
may have found weapons to use against the Coven. We will need able-bodied soldiers to wield them.
We have many capable troops stationed here, my lady. They'll make fine recruits for your Order of Embers. Our enemy's eyes are upon us.
I have no doubt that you're quite a capable shaman, Mainlander, but we will need some help if we're to make it to Warcraft Manor in one piece. A small group would be ideal, strong enough to face the Coven's threats, but small enough to remain largely unnoticed. I've written new orders some of my finest soldiers to join the Order of Embers. They will report to you and the Lady Waycrest. Please deliver these to them so they can be prepared to move out.
Glory to House Waycrest.
Yeah, I kind of remember these quests now from when we did them on the Human Hunter. I feel like we meet a cool group of people, And then we never see them again after all this stuff. Which is kind of the way WoW does it, which is a real shame.
How might I help? Be wary of the woods. So, Marshal Reed believes that you are the
They
key
even
to
voice
driving
acted
back
all
the
of them.
coven. I have my doubts, but I will carry out my orders. I will join the others and await your command, Mainlander.
State your business. Keep your distance, Mainlander.
Drustvar is ours! Outsider!
And we got a map or something here. Hidden dealings. Among her possessions, the witch carried a crudely drawn map of Arum's Strand. A symbol marks what looks like the entrance to a cellar beneath one of the buildings. If this location is important to the coven, it might be worth scouting out. Alright, I'm assuming that's the exclamation point here. Oh no, wait, it's not. There's something else. Implements of ill intent. It looks like some careless witch made a poor attempt to hide this grimoire from sight. No good could come from leaving the possessions of the coven for hapless villagers to find. It would probably be a good idea to destroy any trappings of the coven that you find in Arum's Stand. Alright.
Friend or foe?
You will fall!
There's a lot of witches here. Are there any actual refugees? Are they all witches?
State your business. Hey!
There are some.
Stop pointing that thing.
We have to be sure. We have to poke everybody.
Ugh,
Hey,
clumsy
watch
oaf.
where you're pointing
Friend
that thing.
or foe?
It is useless to resist!
Keep your distance, Mainlander.
It is
Keep your distance,
useless to
Mainlander.
resist!
State your business.
Hey,
Friend
watch where
or
you're pointing
foe?
that thing.
The coven will take your
Clumsy
little
oaf.
town!
Friend or foe?
State your business.
Keep your distance, Mainlander. Ow! Bloodflies are really biting these days, aren't they? Friend or foe?
You will fall before the mother!
I love when they're dead, but somehow they finish their voice lines. It's great. Just great. Alright, so we're looking for stuff to burn, and we got to track down the rest of the recruits here. Looks like we have 4 more of them to locate.
Lovely day for some witch hunting, isn't it? Happy hunting. New orders, then? Come, Winston. Looks like we have witches to fight.
You mind your business, and I'll mind mine.
What's going on down here?
May blight fall upon the...
So, you found us out. You must think yourself so clever.
Not really, you were hiding in a cellar. I mean, it's kind of fishy. There's a bowl of blood here and some bones.
Die with you. Attack my pets.
Your
I'll to the coven like everyone else.
Yeah, they really need to like make a pass at how they make voice acting go off. Like maybe if an enemy has some voice acting you want them to do, they just have to have a lot more health and you know, they don't have to deal more damage or be more dangerous. But just give them a little bit more health. If you have a enemy in your code, you go through your game and your enemy has voice lines, give them like double the HP. And don't change anything else because you want those voice lines to go off and for it to make some kind of sense and not overlap. When they overlap, it's kind of hard to hear it, even if you really, really want to.
Enough sitting around. We'll put the coven down. So, you're the one behind this Order of Embers I've been hearing about. While I don't buy into all this hocus-pocus, anything is better than sitting here waiting for the coven to kill us all. You have my blade, Mainlander.
We're not doing very good at finding the stuff that we need to burn. Yeah, I feel like that could be going better. At least we can do the ones that other players do. Otherwise, we'd probably be in a bad spot here. Ah, there's going to be some things inside the tents as well. I didn't realize that. Very cool. What about the little tents? We can't get into the little tents, actually.
Yeah? It's about time.
Yeah, I'm wondering, are there exactly 12 of these things? Like, they don't respawn in the same spot or anything? We need to actually find the only 12 that exist type of deal? That might be a little bit harder than finding 12 randomly spawning items. No doubt I have ran past some several times, which you guys can definitely call out with timestamps to my complete obliviousness. Like this right here has probably been here the whole time. That's 10, so we need 2 more. This seems like it's going to be out of the area, although I do want to look at the plaque. Arum Waycrest, first Lord of Drustvar. Maybe a human melee hunter? Yeah, okay, so maybe we need to go inside this building? No, we're not. We're going right under here. There we go, there's the last two. Most difficult quest in the entire game, right there.
Greetings, Outlander. The Coven will pay for their atrocities.
Alright, we have, what, one more thing to do out here? Ensign Yorick. Okay, so we missed one of the people.
You have my attention. Go with the tides. So the rumors are true. The Order of Embers is reformed. And here I thought their tales were merely some historian's overactive imagination. Thank you for delivering these orders. I shall report to Miss Waycrest at once. The battle awaits.
It is with reluctance that I hand command of these men over to you, but it must be done. I hope you leave them well.
I am sworn to protect.
What is your business with House
Before we leave, I have one more task to ask of you. While you were busy recruiting for our Inquisition and driving the Coven away from Arum's stand, I took the liberty of placing an order with the local tailor. Using some of the sketches within the tome, I had him put together some uniforms reminiscent of those worn by the Ancient Order. Since you will be leading our Inquisitors, I think it's only fitting that you present them with their new regalia.
There were words of induction somewhere in the tome. Let me see. Ah, here we are. Brothers and sisters, today you become the searing fire that burns away the darkness. Today, you become the shining blade that cuts through the wicked. Today, you become the beacon of hope against the endless foe. By the authority of House Waycrest, I name you Inquisitors of the Order of Embers.
My favorite thing is that this guy is a human, but he's shorter than most humans. Imagine being able to put a height slider on your WoW character. Imagine that. Yeah, he seems significantly shorter. Interesting. Okay, we need to click on them and then click the thing.
Salutations.
And they're just going to change right in front of us because, of course, they would.
New information.
Where's the battle?
Say hi, Winston.
Do we get a cool transmog as well?
Now, before we depart, I'll need someone to undertake a special task for the Order. Any recommendations, Marshal?
Captain Cleardawn, excuse me, Inquisitor Cleardawn is as reliable as they come.
Stand
Sure
strong.
she can handle anything you need her for.
Thank you, sir. What do you require of me, milady?
If we wish to defeat the Coven for good, we will need more than silver. We will need fire. Take this recipe for alchemical fire to Master Ashton in Falconhurst. He will know what to make of it.
Yes, ma'am.
The rest of us will need to prepare for the ride to Corlane. Marshal, I understand you have a plan of attack.
Yes. Ride out on the mainlander's command.
How can I help?
Now I think it's time we took the fight back to Heartsbane. I believe the Marshal has a plan. Let's take the... I guess we're going to take the chess piece here, because I think we're about to be out of levels for our... Yeah, we need to take the chest plate.
A steady tiller prevails.
And we can go ahead and equip that. There we go. We're looking coherent again.
We must act with haste.
Lord and Lady Waycrest lay trapped in Waycrest Manor. Before we can reach them, however, we must brave through the city of Corlane, which is firmly in the grasp of Heartsbane. Our first course of action should be to set up a forward outpost. Our scouts have found that the tower at Watchman's Rise is only lightly guarded. I recommend we take the tower from them. This is now your command, Inquisitor. Say the word and we ride.
The word is given. Let us ride to Corlane.
Champion, if I may have a word with you.
She was like, they gave me
like
something to do,
assistance.
but I'm gonna have you do it for me instead.
We shall drive back the darkness.
Lady Waycrest has entrusted me with securing the town of Falconhurst and the services of Master Alchemist Ashton who lives there. However, I have found out no one has heard from Falconhurst in some time. The skies above the forest are impassable, so we must travel the old roads through Drust ruins and the mountains. A small, capable party has a better chance to bypass the growing forces of the witches and to help secure Master Alchemist Ashton. To that end, I ask you to assist me.
Farewell.
Right.
We've not a moment to waste.
Exactly.
Falconhurst hasn't been heard from in days. Remain steadfast.
I'm assuming she's gonna disappear
I will meet you
into
there.
thin air any moment. Yeah, so we should probably think about doing that first. Since it's kind of side questy. It's all main quest, but, you know, it's a little offshoot. So we'll take care of it first. Looking for the old road through the mountains. It looks like it's going to be this trail here.
Well met, champion.
Something has disturbed the spirits here. The spirits of the departed still fight with the constructs and the shambling dead. Our goal is Falconhurst, but a quick investigation of the area might help us fight our foes better.
Strike true.
There's opportunity here. Learning more about the Drust can not only help us understand the text that Lady Lucille found, we might be able to discover greater details about how they and their constructs were finally defeated. Filling in the gaps of history could be key to victory now. This was one of their settlements before it became the place of their final defeat. Let's look for clues in the ruins. An honorable discharge. Some of the spirits on the battlefield are too weary to go on. These were brave Kultirans. They have more than earned their rest, but their sense of duty holds them here. Order the most weary spirits off the field of battle. Hopefully they will be convinced to rest.
Fair winds and following seas.
Clear for action. For Kultiris! Aye.
Alright, the ghostly captain continues to fight as she speaks, once more locked into the heat of battle, unaware that the war has been over for centuries. What are you doing standing around? We've got them down to their final warriors and those damnable runic constructs, but the war isn't over yet. Colonel Waycrest needs to hold this line. Kill as many of those Drust as you can, and we might see the end of this war today.
Fair winds
She
and following
thinks
seas.
we're part of her militia. Well, if we follow orders, none of those monsters will ever make it down to Arum's stand. Let's help. It seems as if the Kultirans and the Steel are civilians, sailors, and some farmers. Wait, this depicts one of the early Kultiran settlements. One of the lost settlements. When we landed here, we tried peace. But the Drust went to war immediately. Only a few tolerated new neighbors. But this, they've glorified the slaughter. The Kultirans don't even have weapons. It's a victory over another Kultiran settlement. The large figure in the center is their legendary leader, I think. Interesting that we don't see any of their constructs taking the field. And here we are, fighting back. Even their leader is withdrawing from the field.
I'm assuming there's something not right, or something that we are yet to learn about what actually happened. Well, we ticked off an elite, but it's fine because he got killed in a couple hits by somebody else. Fun times. Let's get the last spirit here, and then we'll hit up the stone.
Stand strong. New information. Strike true. This is clearly Gorak Tal, their greatest leader. Ah, he is leading a ritual to create the stone constructs. The constructs began to take the field. He'd run out of living warriors, so he created a new army. But what empowered the stones? Interesting. I hadn't realized the constructs came later, as part of his desperation to win. This isn't Drust. It's a Coltiran carving over a Drust monolith. That's Lord Arum Waycrest, when he was just a colonel, leading the final assault. And there, that is Gorok Tull being stabbed by Waycrest. Histories of this event always say Lord Arum killed Gorok Tull, and his army fell thereafter. But here you can see all his constructs shattering as he is stabbed and his power broken. There was some connection. How might I help?
Gorok Tull's death shattered his army. The carvings here all show that. But now I wonder, did Gorok Tull actually die?
Farewell.
I believe I see more carvings in the entrance to that cave over there. Come, we should see what else was left behind.
Be wary of the woods.
We still need a few more guys here for the kill quest. So maybe we track that for now. Do they randomly pick somebody to send us with? He has seemingly somebody else with him.
Well met, champion.
It's a little bit weird. Or maybe we're just showing that. Maybe we're showing when another character has one of the inquisitors, we're just showing a generic inquisitor so that it's not like duplicating the character in the world. I don't know. Either way, I guess it really doesn't matter very much.
We shall drive back the darkness.
Let's turn in the kill quest.
Keep
She's
weather
right.
eye open.
They did make Arum Waycrest a lord for his victory here. Gorok Tull did not survive. Witnesses wrote of his defeat.
As are you. The Coltiran plague will be cleansed, and we will retake our lands. But you will not live to see that day. Arise, Guardian, and slay these trespassers!
Indeed. The Guardian is dead. He just dies instantly. Yeah, we should have stepped in, but I wanted to let the voice acting and roleplay play out.
Another steal. This one also shows Gorok Tull. It is after the battle, but Tull isn't shown dead. Wounded and broken, but not dead. Gorok Tull did not survive.
Who are you?
Witnesses wrote of his defeat.
Your ancestors
Here we go again.
were fools, as are you.
This is why you have to handle main story stuff in a personal instance with just the player. Not the player and every other player starting the event. I really hope they fix that for Dragonflight. So immersion breaking. So what we saw before, I don't know if we heard them doing it or we heard them doing it now. Either way, It's kind of immersion breaking when other players can activate plot events around you without you activating the plot event. I mean, also spoilers, but yeah.
Well met, champion.
The carvings could have been Drust propaganda stating he lived, but that voice. It seems we may have all been mistaken about the ultimate fate of Gorok Tull. I shudder to think what he might be planning now.
Remain steadfast.
Time here was well spent. The guards in Arum Stand can handle what few Drust forces remain, and I suspect the Drust leader and his magic might have some greater part to play here. However, we must continue on with the mission to Falconhurst. The path on the far side of these ruins will take us there. I will ride ahead and meet you outside of town.
Fair winds and following seas. I will do some scouting and meet you further down the path.
Well, that was a little bit of a drastic change of scenery, wasn't it? This is a cool looking area.
Over here. New information.
The town is under siege. No wonder we have not heard from them. We must help them.
Be wary of the woods.
The town is overrun. The guards have fallen back, and what is worse, some of the villagers have been twisted by the witch's magic. They are little more than wretched beasts blindly following orders. We must release these poor souls and slay the monsters that twisted them. See what you can do to cut down the numbers of the monsters in town.
Strike true. I'll help reinforce the village's defenses. I will meet you there.
Alright, she's going to meet us there, but we are going to take a little break here before we get into things in Falconhurst. It seems like we're going to have quite a bit to do here. Cleaning up the town, sorting out what's going on with the Drust and the Witch Coven. But yeah, we will get more into that stuff next time. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate all the support on this series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.